creatures of my world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. I am freshly cleaned up from the barn. The sun is starting to set, and I just figured I'd jump on here because time is of the essence. I am beginning the hunt for my signature scent. I'm 54 years old, and I want a signature scent. My grandmothers had signature scents. One was Windsong, the other one was Odyssey. My mother-in-law, she was Elizabeth Arden, Red Door. And, I just loved how when they came over, sometimes I was working, when they popped on by, hours after they go, I'd walk through the door and I could tell who was there visiting while I was doing my job. And I want that. I want a scent that announces me, as if the energy doesn't announce me as I walk into the room, that announces my presence. And I also want a scent that lingers long after I'm gone and somebody walks in the room and says, Kerri was here. What the hell does she want? I don't care if it lingers in the room. I don't care if it lingers in someone's memory. I want a memorable signature scent. I'm just getting to that age. And I think it would be fun to have. So what I did was I explained this to the king of his castle, the lad of his manor, the man himself, also known as my husband. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. Didn't know what I was talking about. When I explained Red Door and his mom, then he got it. Yes, special people in our lives have special scents that linger forever. And even after they're gone, you can capture a memory if you spritz a little spritz in the air. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking for the signature scent. Now, I need help from my perfume girlies out there. Here's the deal. I am not a person who likes fruity scents. To me, when somebody is wearing a very fruity perfume, and I know I'm weird, it gives me the impression of body odor. Like they haven't, washed in forever. From the Victorian times, people smelled sickly sweet. That's how I feel about fruity perfumes. Floral perfumes, don't like them, not a fan. That reminds me, anything floral, and I don't care if it's a rose scented, a jasmine scented, or a lily scented perfume, reminds me of a funeral home. So I do not wear fruit scents, and I do not wear floral scents. I do not wear the gourmand scents. I do not want to smell like a bakery. I want to smell like a grown-up. When I was much younger, Vanilla Fields, I loved that. Now I want a grown-up scent. But I'm used to bathe in that. My mother used to wear that, and I used to bathe in it before I headed off to school. So I am an earthy person. I like spicy scents. I like smoky scents. I like a lot of masculine scents. I like leather. I like sandalwoods and musks and things like that. So after explaining and rationalizing to the king of his castle, the lad of his manor, the man himself, also known as my husband, that I would just like to try to find my signature scent. And I would like to do it with a budget. The budget being, until I find my signature scent, on Christmas and my birthday, and maybe even our anniversary 3 times a year, I get a small sum of his money. Not mine. I ain't wasting my money finding my signature scent. I work too hard for that. I would like, for a present, I would like a small sum of money so that I can invest and investigate different designer scents that might be out there. One of them might be my signature scent. I am also going to invest within my budget for the holiday, the birthday, and possibly our anniversary. I would like to take a part of that money and invest it in a not so well-known perfume, like a dupe type company, if you will. So this is what I got for Christmas and my birthday. The budget is $200. I'm not going to get a birthday gift this year. This is it. The budget is $200. I know it sounds expensive, and it is, but it's not my money, so I'm not caring. I'm not gonna lose nothing in my bank account in case I can't find my signature scent right off. I know it's going to take a bit. After I find my signature scent, I'll pay for it all by myself. I want to take out of the $200. I have a $50 budget for a dupe, a lower, not designer perfumery. And there's a slight lag in the video because Speak of the Devil and shows up at the door of the King of his castle. The letter of his man, the man himself, also known as my husband, has just walked through the door. We live on a working homestead. These things happen. As I was saying, $150 is the budget for me to find my designer scent. And hopefully, we can do this in one shot. I just need everyone's help. So if you have or know of a beautiful perfume that is not fruity, that is not floral, that is not heavily gourmand, that is down to earth, laid back, relaxed, casual, yet makes a statement, drop it in the comment section below and I will go on the hunt for a dupe and its designer counterpart. And that hunt is going to start on Black Friday because I ain't paying no more money than what I have to pay for these things, even if it ain't my money that I'm using. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of my world, be the kindness that you want to see in the world. As always, Carpe Diem, because nobody promises us a tomorrow. Let the hunt begin.